Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some Milwaukee Braves baseball here on September 26th, 1961. We got the St. Louis Cardinals coming to Milwaukee to take on the Milwaukee Braves. And we're going to make a few adjustments here to the lineup, and then we'll take a look at St. Louis's lineup. We'll get on with this game, man. So we got leading off for the St. Louis Cardinals playing center field is Kurt Floyd, batting second playing right field Joe Cunningham, batting third playing first base Bill White, batting fourth playing third base Ken Boyer, batting fifth playing left field Stan Musial, batting sixth doing the catching is Carl Savitsky, batting seventh and playing second base is Julio Chavez. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Alex Grams, and batting ninth, doing the pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals is Ray Sadusky. Let's take a look here at the hometown Milwaukee Braves. Leading off, playing right field's Lee May. Batting second and playing second's Frank Bolin. Batting third, playing third's Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, playing center field is Hammer and Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first base Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left field is Frank Thomas. Batting seventh and doing the catch is Joe Torre. Batting eighth, playing shortstop's Roy McMillan. And batting ninth on the mound for the Milwaukee Braves is Lou Burdette. Let's get down here to Milwaukee County Stadium and get this game started. Hey, Tim D. And this is Lou Burdette's 35th start. He's got a 3.71 ERA. He's 18-7. And he's got 10 complete games. He'll be going up against Curt Flood to start this game, batting .270 with 3 home runs, 48 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Don't want to start the game out by walking Flood with his speed. But he did. So Flood's down at first. Nobody out for Joe Cunningham. And Joe's batting .300 on the year. He's got 9 home runs and he's got 37 RBI. And that's going to be another net. And we got to go back. We got to go back because I messed up. Lou with his double Z did not walk Curt Flood. Instead, he comes back and strikes him out with that. Sorry about that, folks. He didn't walk Flood. He's got that ZZ rating, and you would think after 152 games, I would remember that Lou Burdette's got a ZZ rating. So Kurt strikes out. Now Cunningham's up. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Joe Adcock at first. Joe takes it, steps on the bag for out number 2. And here's another Joe. Sorry, Bill White's up now. I'm getting this all messed up. Bill White's batting .261, 25 home runs, 82 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Lou Burdette puts this in the airmail status, fires that ball way over Joe's head, and that's going to be a 2-base error on Lou. So Bill White's going to be down at second now with 2 outs for Ken Boyer. And not who you want to see up here if you're a Braves fan. Boyer's batting .332. He's got 16 home runs, 112 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up and down the third baseline in foul territory over near the stands. Matthews makes the play. That'll win the inning, so the error doesn't cost him. Go to the bottom of the first. Cardinals nothing. May, Bolin, and Matthews do up here against Sandusky. And he is making his 31st start of the year. He's got a 3.46 ERA. He's 16-7 and 30 and 10 complete games. Lee May's the first batter he'll face. Batting .234, 15 home runs, 38 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Sandusky's got the W. He don't have the ZZ, so Lee will walk. So now we got Frank Bolin up with Lee down at first. Frank batting .288. He's got 18 home runs, 79 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Kurt Flood in center field. He camps under it for out number one. Now we got the big boys up with a run first. That's Eddie Matthews batting .303. 36 home runs, 119 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Grams is up with it, tosses it over to second. They fire down to first, but Matthews will beat the throw. So Aaron will come up the bat, but there's 2 outs now, and Matthews down at first. Hank's batting .304, 33 home runs, 122 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And that'll get Matthews down the third with 2 outs. So first and third for Joe Adcock. Can he get a 2-out base hit and score the first run of this game? Joe's batting .279, 38 home runs, 118 RBIs. And that's going to be a single in the right field that will score Mr. Matthews, and Aaron's down at third. So 2 back-to-back 2-out singles. And when the Braves are on the board, it's 1-0 Milwaukee. That brings up Frank Thomas. Frank's batting .269. Hey, MV. Check out MV's channel, folks. He was showing how the use the manager's tabs and all on Action PC. We're in this new Fields of Dreams. He's trying to help people out. The wizard behind the curtain, MV. MV's darn good at using that manager, folks. So like I say, check out his video. He gives a lot of good, helpful hints. Yeah, MV. Yeah, like I say, I thought it was very helpful. I didn't get to watch all of it. I'll have to go back and check the beginning out. But yeah. Yep. So Frank's here. Can he get a 2-out base hit? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Braves score 1 on the RBI single by Adcock and lead this game 1-0. We got Stan the Man due up, followed by Savitsky and Javier. And Stan the Man's batting .308 on the year. He's got 15 home runs, 60 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank Bolin. He fires over to first for out number 1. Here comes Savitsky. He's batting .316. He's got 9 home runs, 34 RBIs. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Frank. You might want to pick on somebody else. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Here comes Javier, his counterpart. Is he going to hit one down the Frank and let Frank tie a record held by many? Yeah, me and you both, MV. A lot of great ball players in the 60s. I mean, a lot. Teams were loaded back then. You only, well, up until now, like say 16, now 18 teams. Of course, in 62, there'll be 20. But man, it seemed like every team had at least one Hall of Famer on it, and a lot of other players that should be in the Hall of Fame, or arguably. Like I say, it's enjoyable, I think. Javier's batting .269. He's got 3 home runs, 38 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball down the left field line, so he doesn't hit it down the second, but Matthews hustles out there, makes the catch, robs Javier of a hit. Cardinals go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the second. Torrey, McMillan, and Lou due up here. Burnett. Joe, like I say, not having a good year. Batting 243, 9 home runs, 44 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a ball. It might be a walk. That is a walk. So Ray walks the leadoff batter again. That came back to bite him in the butt in the first. That run came around the score. Here comes Mac now. Can McMillan get something going here? He's only batting 216 on the year. Here's the pitch to Mac. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Ray's walking himself right into the trouble. And Lou Burdette, if you've been watching this replay, is a hitting machine. We are not going to put the bunt sign down for him because NV will tell you we don't need no stinking DH on this channel. Lou's hitting 304, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. Can Lou do some damage here and get himself some insurance? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3, a big out by Ray. So 1 down now. Yeah, I know you just love not having a DH. And NV hates that ghost runner. You don't believe in interleague play. None of that. Yeah. Lee Mays up. He walked his first time up. Ray has walked 3 batters. Can Lee May get something going on here with 1 out? And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. I do not think it's going to be deep enough to get Joe over, and it's not. Stan the man fires it in. So he walks 2, but gets the next 2 batters out. Yeah, there's 2 Lee Mays. Yep. This is Arthur Lee May. Yeah, spelled with an E. Yep. Yeah. This is the Lee May I was trying to trade you. This is the Lee May you said you was considering. Yeah. 271 hitter and 61. It'd be a good trade, MV. May for Mick. Yeah, Tim D. I like National League. Well, it ain't National League baseball no more. It's in the history books now. You'll never see a pitcher hit again. Yep. All righty, that leaves it up to Lee May. Can he do something here with 2 outs? Well, he is out. So it's Frank Bolin that's up now. Let's get this straight. Getting all messed up here tonight. Frank Bolin, he flew out to center's first time up. And not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. So Ray walks the first 2 batters. Boy, you're a fire across the diamond to get the out at first. And Braves can't get those runs in. Yes, yeah. Like I said, MV, when you pick the 2008 Rangers, you kind of pulled me back into the fold a little bit. You're a man of your word to a point. Just a round later, yeah, yep. So you might tell white lies, not big lies, right? You tell the little white lies to dad so you don't get your butt beat. That ain't too bad. And we got Alex Grams, Sandusky. Yeah, exactly. And back to the top of the order and Kurt Flood. Oh, Alex is only batting 214 on the year. No home runs, 14 RBIs. Yeah, and that's going to be a fly ball in the shallow left field. Matthews goes back, camps under and makes the catch. Oh, that was a no-brainer, MV. No-brainer. I would have loved to have him myself. I mean, you got 3, 4 no-brainers on that team with Yogi, and that's keepers. Yogi, Mickey, Whitey, and Maris. And then, like I say, you get Scourin, you get Blanchard, Elston Howard's a damn good player. Bobby Richard and Quebec are solid players. Ain't nothing wrong with those boys. Yep. And then you got Luis Aurora in the bullpen that year. You got Ralph Terry, damn good year. Sheldon, a good year. Stafford probably had his best year in 61. Like I say, a hell of a team. Hell of a team. Here's Ray up for the first time batting 265. He's got 5 RBIs on the year. Can he help himself out? That's going to be a slow roller down the first. Yeah, Stafford is tough. I agree. He's in this. Well, you watch this replay. He's got a better ERA than Whitey. Now Whitey's got a better overall record because he pitched more games. But yeah, Stafford right now is actually leading the league in Cy Young voting. Yeah. Yes, he is. Bill had a hell of a year for me anyway. Like I say, yeah, Whitey, like I say, he had over 200 strikeouts. Walked, I think, 90 something that year. Sometimes his controls got me into trouble, but he normally pitches around it. And like I say, that defense behind him, that's another thing you're getting. All these players I named are damn good defensive players. Ain't a bad defensive player on that team. Your worst defensive player is probably Johnny Blanchard when he's catching. I mean, yep. And Yogi and Blanchard out in left field don't have much range, but they play the position well. Kurt's up here now. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Thomas. That'll be out number 3. And the Cardinals go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the third. We got the big boys due up here. Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock. Eddie reached on a fielder's choice and came around to score the first time up. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield. And Javier down at second calls for it near the mound for out number 1. That'll bring up the hammer. And he's 1 for 1 today, singled. Yeah, that's true. That's what I did when you're trying to stir crap with me and Beatles. I mean, I got the 61 Braves. I got Matthews, Adcock, Frank Thomas, a good left fielder. Hank Aaron can play center or right. And then I drafted those 04 Pirates and got Wagner and Richie for second and short up the middle. So yeah. And also on that team I got the Deacon and Sam Lever. So couldn't go wrong there. Hey, Slash Deep Gaming. Doing well. I hope you are too, bud. So we got the hammer up here now with 1 out and nobody on. Can Hank go 2 for 2 today? And no, that's going to be a slow roller down the grounds at short. Fires over to first to get Aaron. For out number 2, here's Joe Adcock. And Joe's 1 for 1 with an RBI single his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and the Braves go down. 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 4th. Milwaukee hanging on to that 1-0 lead. We got Cunningham, White, and Boyer. Joe grounded out the first his first time up. And that ball is well hit. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. That's the Cardinals' first hit of the ball game, and it's a leadoff double by Cunningham. He's standing down at second now with nobody out. And Bill White up now. Bill reached on an error his first time up. It was a thrown error by Lou that got him down the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And Cunningham's not going to test May's arm. He's going to stay put. Now you got one out and a runner still in scoring position. And here's the man you don't want up if you're a Braves fan, Ken Boyer. Then you got the real man, Stan, the man behind him. So they're going to pitch to Boyer with a 1-run lead. Okay. Not a problem, MV. And here's Boyer now. He popped up to his counterpart, Eddie Matthews, his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the. No, it's not. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikes out Boyer. Nice job by Lou. Here comes Stan the man. Musial's 0 for 1 today, grounded out the second. And not this time. It's going to be hit down the third. And Matthews is going to fire crossed and get Stan at first. So the Cardinals leave Cunningham stranded down the second off that leadoff double. We go to the fourth. We got Thomas, Torrey, and McMillan. Frank struck out his first time up against Ray. Can he make some contact this time? And that is going to be hit in the left field for a single. So Frank gets aboard here with a leadoff hit. Standing down at first now for Joe Torrey. See if Joe can keep this up. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3, out number 1. And that brings up Mac. Mac walked his first time up. And he get aboard again here. And no, that's going to be hit down the short. Graham fires over to second. Javier over to White. And they get the double play ground ball to end the inning. So we go to the top of the fifth. It's still 1-0. Sanviski's due up here, followed by Javier and Graham's. So Carl is 0 for 1. He grounded out the second his first time up. That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. I caught myself this time with that ZZ rating. So here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. He takes advantage of that batter's count. He's aboard with a leadoff single. Tying run down at first for Javier. And he popped up the third his first time up. Nice play by Matthews. Robbed him of a hit. And that's just what the doctor ordered. That ball is hit down the short. Mac up with it. Over to Frank. Over to Joe. 6-4-3 double play. Now nobody on. 2 outs for Alex. Popped up the third. And that's going to be a pop-up. And this time it's going to be in the left field. Mac goes out. Makes the catch in shallow left. And that's it for the Cardinals. We go to the fifth. We got Burdette back to the top of the order in May and Bolin. Lou struck out his first time up. And he's going to strike out again, folks. That's only the 5th strikeout for Ray. So 1 down. Lee May up now. He's walked and flew out the left. And that'll be another fly ball out the stand. And he's got room out there and makes the out. So quick 2 outs. Frank Bowman trying to keep something going here in the 5th. He's 0 for 2. Flew out the center, grounded out the third. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Boyer. Damn good fielding third baseman. Makes it looks easy. Throws over to White, and the Braves go down. 1, 2, 3. To the top of the 6th we go in the bottom part of the order. Sandusky, then back to Flood and Cunningham at the top. Ray grounded out to Joe his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Just like that. We don't need no stinking DH. The pitcher gets a hit. Lead off single. And again, the tying run down at first. Here's Kurt Flood. Struck out and flew out to Frank Thomas his other time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Can Matthews go around the horn and get the double play? Down the second, over to first, but with Kurt's speed, that wasn't even close. He's safe at first. They do get the lead runner, though. Cardinals are probably happy to trade Sandusky for Flood down at first. Cunningham's up now. He's 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And like I say, with Kurt's speed, he'll make it down the third with no problem. So the Cardinals knocking on the door, runner 30, 90 feet away. It's first and third. You got Bill White up. Braves aren't going to play back for 2. White grounded to the pitcher and then reached on a throwing error then, and he's flown out to right. Hey, Hunter, here's the pitch to Bill White. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And they're not going to test Lee May's arm. That's surprising with Flood's speed. But he holds. Now there's 2 outs. And Ken Boyer's going to have to come out with a 2-out base hit. He's popped up the third and struck out. And he comes through. No, he doesn't. Nice play out there by Hank Aaron. Nice dive and catch robs him of a base hit. Aaron just saved a 1 run there. And that is it for the Cardinals. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0. And of course, Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock will be due up after Aaron makes that great play. See if Eddie can get a board here for Hank. He's 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and scored. And that's going to be an easy ground ball down the second. That'll do it for Eddie. But here comes Hank. They're applauding him for that game-saving catch out there. He did single his first time up, grounded out to short his other time up. And that's going to be a ground ball again down the second. 2 ground balls the second, 2 outs. Hey, Buckshot. Yes, it is a good game so far. Great pitching duel. And it's up to Mr. Joe Adcock to do something. He's driven in the only run of this game, and then he struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to stand the man. Braves go down 1, 2, 3. Right after that first inning and settled down. 5 shutout innings. The top of the 7th we go. Musial, Sandusky, and Javier. Stan is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice, once to second, once to third. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Frank at second. And that'll be another out. Now can Carl get something going here for the Cards with 1 out? He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Mack makes the catch for out number 2. So it's up to Javier here to do something with 2 outs. He's popped up and grounded out into a double play. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's only Lou's 3rd strikeout of the game. To the 7th inning stretch we go. We got Thomas, Torrey, and McMillan. Thomas singled his last time up and struck out the other time. Ray threw 6 innings, struck out 5 Braves. And that is going to be a fly ball out the stand. He's been busy these last few innings. Yes, it is, Tim D. It is a tight ball game. Here comes Joe Torrey. Can he come out of this with a base hit? He's walked and struck out. And he's going to walk on down the first again. Nice piece of batting by Joe. Takes the walk. And that'll bring up Mack. Mack's 0 for 1 with a walk. He did ground into a double play his last time, though. And this time, that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Cunningham for out number 2. And to tell you the truth, this might not be the batter that the Cardinals want to see up here. Lou's 0 for 2. He struck out twice, but if he gets a hold of this one, it could be a 3-0 ball game, folks. And he strikes out for the 3rd time, gets the hat trick. And we go to the 8th inning. Braves holding on to a 1-0 lead. Lou might not be doing it at the plate, but he's doing it on the mound. He's got Grams, and I hate to say it, we're probably going to have a pitch hitter here for Sandusky and then Kurt Flood. It's getting late early, as Mr. Yogi Bear would say. And Alex has popped up the third and the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Joe. He calls Lou off, takes it himself for out number 1. Like I say, I hate to do this, but they need something. So Ray's going to get taken out of the game after pitching 7 great innings. Gives up 1 run in that first. Let's see who they're going to bring out here, the pitch hit. Most of their lefties is already in the game. Ray might come off the bench. How about old Don Landrum? I think probably going to go with old Red. Horrendous. That's who I think is going to come off the bench. Yeah, the switch hitter. Ray's going to, old Red's going to come in here and pitch hit for Ray. So there's 1 out. Red up the bat here. Red's batting .322 on the year. Only 1 home run and 8 RBIs in limited play. Here's the pitch from Lou. And that is going to be a base hit in the right field. He turns on it. May better hustle and get over there, and he does. He cuts the ball off, fires it in there. Red will hold up with a single. So the tying runs down at first with a 1 out. Nice pitch hit by Red. And now we got Kurt Flood. He's 0 for 3, struck out, flew out, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And I think that's going to be it for Sweet Lou. As Don McMahon's going to come in this game, try to hold it. Try to get a save here, folks. 1 out. Runner in first and second. Mr. Cunningham's up. Having a fine game. Lou's disappointed with himself. He was cruising through 7. So Don, can he come in here and shut the door? Keep this a 1-0 game. And if you've been watching this, I didn't want the Cardinals, I want the Braves. You've been watching this replay here lately. Don's made things a hell of a lot more interesting than they need to be. All righty. Don will be going for, I think, his 38th save. I believe it's his 38th save he's going for. This is his 51st game. He's got a 2.27 ERA. He's 1-5 with those 37 saves. He's trying to pick up number 38. Joe's 2 for 3 with a double and a single his last 2 times up. He grounded out the first his other time up. That Braves would love to have a ground ball in turn 2 here. And that's what the doctor ordered. Let's see if they can do it. There's a ground ball. Down the short, I believe. Might be down the second. Yeah, it's a ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2? That is the question. No, I'm sorry. It's an infield fly. Infield fly rule is in effect. And Mr. Bolin makes it official. 2 outs. That'll bring up Bill White here. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error and flew out the Lee May twice. And that's going to be the ground ball that they won at the previous at bat, but that'll end the inning. Mack tosses it over to Bowling, covering second. Cardinals leave 2. Don comes in, gets out of the mess. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 1-0 Milwaukee. See who's going to come in here and pitch for the Cards. You got a lefty, a righty, and a lefty. So is Mr. Simmons going to come in? It might be the only lefty they got in the bullpen. And it is. So Kurt Simmons is going to come in here and pitch for the Cards. So this is Kurt's 33rd game. He's got a 4.39 ERA. He's 11 and 13 with no saves. And like I say, he'll be facing the top of the order, May, Bowling, and Matthews. And Lee's 0 for 2. He has walked. He's flown out to stand the man twice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 down here in the 8th. Brings up Frank Bowling. The Braves would love to get some insurance runs here. Frank's 0 for 3. He's grounded out the third twice. Flew out the flood his other time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So Frank's setting the tables for the big boys. He'll stop at first. He's not going to try to get thrown out with Matthews and Aaron due up. Can Eddie do something here? He's 0 for 3. He did reach on a fielder's choice in the first, came around the score. He's popped up the second, grounded out the second. And that's going to be a base hit. And that ball's going to drop in the right field and roll around. Frank's going to end up down at third. And we got first and third and 1 out. And that'll bring up Henry, Hank, Aaron. You got Frank down at third. Matthews down at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's called strike 1, and Matthews is off and running. You better make damn sure he makes it down there safely with Aaron up here. Here's the throw from Sandvisky, and Matthews slides underneath the tag. He's in there safely. We got second and third. That'll force the Cardinals bring the infield in. And Hank now with an 0-2 pitch. He's 1 for 3 today. Single, grounded out the short and the second. Can Aaron come up with a key base hit and give the Braves a 3-0 lead maybe? And no, that's not going to work. With the infield in, that was a high pop-up. That's a rainmaker. Boyer waiting for it to come down. Makes the catch. That's a big out number, too, for Kurt Simmons. That brings up Joe Adcock. It'll take a 2-out hit. He had one in the first, a 2-out RBI single. He struck out and flown out since. Hey, Bernie. Bernie's going to be doing a game at 10:30, Bernie, with Beatles. Check that out. And Joe Adcock, can he deliver a key 2-out base hit and give the Braves some breathing room here, folks? And that ball is blasted, folks, in the right field off the top of the wall. That'll clear the bases. And the Braves are up 3-0. That's correct, Bernie says. 10:30, Bernie and Beatles is going to do a 1914 Red Sox game together, folks. Check it out. And now 3-0 Braves with Joe down at second. 2 outs for Frank Thomas. He singled, struck out, and flown out the left. And that's going to be popped up to shoot. Well, no, that's going to be popped up down the third baseline. That's not where you want to hit it because Boyer's down there. He makes a nice catch near the stands for out number 3, but not until Joe Adcock. He's the man today. He's driven all 3 runs for the Braves. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 3-0. Cardinals do have Boyer, Musial, and Samveski due up against McMahon. Ken's 0 for 3, popped up, struck out, and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hank in center. Makes the catch for out number 1. And here comes the man, Stan the man. He is 1 for 3. Oh, he's 0 for 3 today. Grounded out the second, twice in the third. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Thomas. And the Cardinals are down to their last out. Down by 3. Can Carl keep this game alive for him? He's 1 for 3 today. Popped up the second, singled, and grounded out the second and popped up the short. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball. Frank waits for it, makes the catch, and the Braves win 3-0. Nice job of pitching by the Milwaukee Braves pitching staff. And how about Don McMahon coming in, getting 5 outs, nobody getting on? That's what they want to see instead of the heart attack that he's been giving me lately. Sorry about that. Needed to get a drink. The Cardinals get shut out. No runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Braves 3 runs on 6 hits and an error. Joe Cunningham 2 for 4. That was about the only highlight for the Cardinals. They were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Lou and Don did a hell of a job once people got on base. They left all 6 runners on that made it in the scoring position. And how about Joe Adcock, the man of the day here, folks? He was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, and the Braves were 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position, and both of those was his hits. The Braves also left 6 men on base. This is like reading deja vu all over again, Yogi. Every time I say something, the Braves and Cardinals did it almost exactly the same thing. Oh, thank you, Buckshot. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tim D. Ray falls to 16-8, 7 innings. And like I say, he just got out pitched by Lou. Only gives up 3 hits, 1 run, walked 4, struck out 6. Had to take him out for a pitch hitter because his offense wasn't helping him. Simmons comes in, doesn't keep it a 1-run game. Pitches 1 inning, gives up 3 hits, the 2 RBI double, scored 2, and struck out 1. Sweet Lou Burdette picks up his 19th win. He's 19-7, goes 7 1/3, gets in a little bit of trouble in the 8th, but not bad. 6 hits, struck out 3, and Don comes in, gets his 38th save, gets 5 of them out. And that is your ball game. Let's do some fast play here. You got the Reds traveling to the Windy City to take on the Cubbies. Cubbies have given the Reds fit all year. It's one of the reasons why the Reds are in 3rd place. It's because of the Cubbies. And the Cubbies continue to give the freaking Reds a fit. Win this close ball game. The Reds 2 runs on 10 hits. Only get 2 runs on 10 hits. No errors. The Cubbies 3 runs on 9 hits and an error. And all 3 runs were driven in by Ron Santo. Let's take a look at this. Was it a 3-run homer? Well, look. No, it wasn't. Let's see how he scored those 3 runs on Santo. It was a 3-run triple for Beatles. Yeah. All in the 9th inning. That would have been a hell of a game to watch. Nothing going into the 9th inning. 2 walks and a single, and Ron with a no out 3 RBI triple. Mm, I'm surprised they gave him a triple. That's a mistake in the game. Yeah, I would call that a mistake. I probably should have just been a walk-off single. Oh, I know the Cubbies are freaking tough this year. They give all the top teams hell. I assume they're not playing well against the Pirates and the Phillies. But yeah, that's a mistake in Digital Diamond. I don't think that should have been a triple. I think that should have been an RBI single, and it should have been a 1-0 game. Just my opinion. And then we got the Dodgers traveling to Pennsylvania to take on Beatles Pirates. See if the Pirates can beat the Dodgers here. And the Pirates do. How about that? Let's see what the star is. The Dodgers left 15 runners on base, folks. 1 run on 10 hits and no errors. The Pirates, 2 runs on 6 hits and an error. What a lot of great games here on the 26th. I wish I'd have been able to see them. Scored, was losing 1-0 going into the ninth, and ends up winning this game in the 10th inning. How about that? And it looks like they might have scored on a wild pitch, folks. Looks like there was a single, a ground ball down the third gets him over to second. Then a ground ball gets him over to third, and a wild pitch scores him. Ain't that crazy? That is crazy. Then a single, a strikeout, a walk, a fielder's choice, and an RBI single by Stewart. That would have been a hell of a game to watch. I wish this was like out of the park and had a replay. And we got a double hitter here in Pittsburgh. Let's see if the Pirates can sweep these Dodgers. Got Drysdale against Gibbon. This should be a pitching game here. Watch it be a blowout. But I think this should be a hell of a pitching game. And it was on one side. Joe Gibbon and the Pirates sweep the doubleheader. The Dodgers were only 1 run on 9 hits. They got the hits in both games. How many men did they leave on base in this one? They left, what, 15 in the first game, right? Yeah, let's see how many they left on base with 9 hits in this one. So let's switch back here to the regular box score. Dodgers was 1 for 4. They left 7, so they left a total of 22 runners on base in those 2 games, folks. We'll take a look here at the standings, even though it's all wrapped up for the Braves. So the Braves are now 12 games up on the Giants. And the Reds are trying to make a run at second, 14.5 games back. Cardinals dropped to 22 games back. The Dodgers 23. The Cubbies trying to sneak up and get in that top half of the division, 24 games back. Pirates 26, and the poor Phils 46.5 games back. Look at that, 74 home runs by Roger Maris. Clemente with a 365 average leading the National League and American and Major Leagues. Joe Adcock with his 38 home runs leading Cepeda and Mays and his teammate Matthews. Cepeda still leading the National League with 127 in RBIs. Warren Spahn with that 2.99. Joe Gibbon got his ERA under 3. So there's only 2 National League pitchers with an ERA under 3, 2.99 for Gibbon. Warren Spahn still leading with 20 wins. Lou just picked up his 19th, and Don just got his 38th save. You got Eddie Matthews and Hank Aaron have passed Cepeda in the MVP voting. How about that? Cepeda has dominated that all year. Now you got two Braves ahead of him. Eddie Matthews leading by one vote, folks. Warren Spahn leading his teammate Lou Burdette in the Cy Young voting. Very interesting. And I don't know if MV's still in here, but there's Bill Stafford. Like I say, having a heck of a year. A heck of a year. With that 2.26 ERA, 23-9. How about that? Mm. All righty, folks. I want to thank Tim D, Buckshot, Bernie Strom Sports Replays. Like I say, he's going to be on at 10:30 tonight with Beatles. Check that out. And I want to thank Hunter. Check out his channel. He does some Fortnite and games like that on his channel, folks. And the Wizard, the master of Shanks and McGreevy, Mr. MV himself, was here. Check out his channel. Like I said, he did a great tutorial with Action PC Baseball about the manager settings. Check that out. Like I say, MV's very good at that stuff, guys. I want to thank Slash Deep Gaming. Check out his channel. And I believe that's everybody. Until next time, you all have a great evening. You all take care.